Hello guys, Fearmaky here, bringing you the final video on Sanguine Depths. So right now we're going to be going for the Residue Evil achievement. And first of all, you want to clear all the trash around the room here. Do not kill the prisoners inside the cells. Do not open them. Leave the cells closed, and you want to put world markers around on where each of the prisoners is inside the cells. You're going to see these NPCs that are neutral, and you do not want to kill them. The way to kill them is when you pull the boss, he's going to spawn a fleeting manifestation ad, and once that ad gets to 100 energy, it will explode and die, leaving a debuff on the ground. And that debuff is the debuff that you need to kill the ads inside the prison. So you can see here we're going around and avoiding the mechanics and just, having the ad explode pretty much at the door, and then the debuff spreads and kills the prisoners inside. The easier way to handle this fight and this achievement, because it is very stressful on the healing, is you want to call out inner and outer as you're doing the encounter. So each time the orb passes, if it passes in the inside, you call out outer. Everybody goes to the outer edge, and as soon as it passes in the inside, you call out inner, shift to the inside, so that way when the orb comes past the outside, you won't get hit by it. So right there just went on the inner, so we would go out, and then as soon as it passes, we go in, and vice versa. Once you go around and hit up all the prison cells, then the ads will die. Then you can kill the boss and get the achievement. Okay, this one was pretty straightforward. The actual biggest challenge of this fight was the healing, because the debuff was pretty vicious. But as long as you use inner and outer as each orb passes and you shift, you'll never be caught by surprise. As soon as you go into the room, we went right and we kited the boss clockwise around the room. This way we always had the orbs staggered, making it really easy to deal with the fight. Either direction you go should work. Good luck. Okay, for the second achievement in the dungeon, we went with I Only Have Eyes for You. So this achievement here, you can do it after you clear the dungeon as well. You're going to pick up a eye at the entrance of the dungeon. I'll show you a graphic here in the room. It was going to be right behind actually this is the first gem that's at the room right before the last boss. And the second gem is right at the beginning here, right behind the fireplace. You can see it there on the ground. Once you have picked up both eye gems, you're going to interact with the boss in this first room, and he'll become active. The statue will become active, and you just kill him, and you get the achievement. Easy as that. You can do this at any time, like we said. You can finish the dungeon and then come back in and do it after, once everything is cleared. So good luck. Okay.
No loot?
Alright, on to the final and probably one of the hardest achievements for the glory of the Shadowlands Hero. So I'll do a brief explanation for those that just want to get it in and out, and then I'll go in depth. So when you start the suppression room here, there's going to be 5 canisters to the right before you cross the bridge. You want to pick up all 5 canisters, get in the debuff you see there on my weak aura. Once everybody has that debuff, you want to go through the suppression room all the way to the end, and then you engage the boss. And once the boss does his squall ability on the right side of the platform towards the back, right, then it's going to blow you off the platform. If you're standing on the left side of it at the edge, aim yourself at the lantern, do 1 player at a time, and if you click the lantern with the debuff, you'll fly back as a ghost onto the platform, kill the boss, you get the achievement. That's how you do it. Anyways, in depth. So this achievement here, you only have 1 shot to do it. If you die, if you lose the buff, for any reason, if you bubble, if you ice block and remove the debuff, you will fail the achievement. You have to restart the dungeon again. There are some bugs and desyncs on the boss. If you die while flying, the boss resets. You can maintain the slam debuff. I wouldn't base a strategy around that. So anyways, what we did here is we went with 2 healers. So I'm going Holy Paladin. Tig is going Resto Druid. And we're using 2 Prot Paladins. We did it just to be extra safe on this gauntlet and not risk losing the achievement. This is by far the safest method. You do not have to do this at all. I did it again with a couple of guildies later with only 1 tank and 2 healers, and it was fine. Also, you know, not everybody had the debuff in the group, but if you're trying to do all 5 players at the same time having the debuff, I highly recommend 2 tanks, 2 healers. And essentially what you want to do is you keep pulling each trash back, and right before you get to the gargoyles, the guys that does the ground effect there that you see, you want to make sure the boss is not casting Squall, or he has just finished like you did there, casting Squall. Then you go pull the gargoyles, burst them down before they do the ground effect. That way you can move out of the ground effects without also having to worry about stacking up for the Squall. That's what we did. That's what I recommend you guys doing. And that's how we handle the gauntlet. There's no need to rush it. Take your time. I highly recommend using 2 healers early on in the expansion. And if you're going to do all 5 players, even go with 2 tanks. Focus your damage on the boss to keep pushing her phase as you're going through the gauntlet. The adds will die from cleave. Except when you get to a gargoyle, focus all your damage on the gargoyle first, kill him so you can avoid the ground mechanics, then focus on the boss. For now, we're going to get into the in-depth explanation of the boss mechanics when we get into the room here. So to make this fight really easy to get this achievement, you want to place these markers down. I didn't actually highlight blue there because you can shift the blue all the way to the edge and it's fine. But the positioning here of the icons is critical. The boss, when she does Squall, has to be between the moon and to the left side towards square, towards the outer edge, in order for her Squall to knock you back towards X to allow you to interact with the lantern in order to get the achievement, to get the slam debuff, to get the achievement. And I'll show you the lantern here as we do it. But positioning here is key. Skull also, as you can see, is not in the center. It's off towards X because you want to be closer to X. So when the boss does Gloom Squall, your raid, your group is closer to the edge of X, allowing you to react to where she teleports to. So in this situation here, she went to the door. We all stay stacked, and I'm calling it out for the group nope. And the moment I see that she's in the correct location, I call out the player who's going to go next, and then they take X and jump off the platform and get it. And we tried this with, 3 or 4 of us going at once. The player model will interfere with clicking the lantern, so I do not recommend you wasting your time trying all 4 or 5 players at once. It's a huge risk and gamble that you take, because if you fail this achievement, you have to clear the dungeon all over again. We did corpse run to the first boss with the druid and a mass res, and we also I think that was it. We did not corpse run the second boss. Yeah, we just cleared the trash to the second boss. Actually, no, we did corpse run the second room as well, across the bridge, and right before we open up the gates to the cell room. So in case you do fail, you can corpse run to those locations, to the first boss room in the corner, have a druid res. You can also corpse run right before the prison when you open the cells, and save a lot of time from clearing trash there as well. So anyways, with your icon set, and you have one group caller calling out the Gloom Squall when the boss is in the correct position, and you also have your tank calling out 10 seconds and 5 seconds prior to Gloom Squall, is vital to the success of this achievement. You want everybody focused 100%, and make sure nobody is getting hit by piercing blur, especially if you're having all 5 players in the group try to get the achievement at the same time. The damage is really high, and most likely you will get killed. Even with 2 healers, it'll take just a quick, dot, and you'll die. All right, I'm going to showcase all the players getting the achievement in slow motion. That way you guys can see it and see how we did it. And hopefully this helps you guys out. So we're going to start that right now. So boss is going to do Gloom Squall here in 2 seconds. And we're going to have BV go first. Go BV. Telling BV to go to the edge. There he goes. Click on the lantern. Good fucking job. Omega's next. Watch the orbs.
You could if you want. Bloom Squall going on 5 seconds.
Nope. Shield. Alright, here we're going to have Omega go. Tell him to go right now. There he goes.
Got it.
Good job. Alright. I'll go next. Remember, do not ice block when you come back. You need to stay.
Keep me healed, please. I'm taking
normal,
a lot of damage.
or else you'll lose the achievement.
Bloom Squall in 5 seconds.
Nope. Okay, I'm about to go next. So we sent our DPS and our off tank first, and then I'm going third as the one of the healers. And there it is. I'm getting to the edge, pointing my mouse at the lantern, clicking it, boom. Shadow's next. Remember, you cannot bubble or ice block, or else you'll remove the slam debuff and you will lose the achievement. It took us about 10 minutes to do all of this, so make sure you guys don't DPS the boss. The boss will die at 50%. You do not need damage if you're trying to go for this achievement. That's why 2 healers, 2 tanks was the safe route. Alright, next we're going to have Tig go, which is our second healer, a Resto Druid.
Go Mike, go Mike.
Yeah, the boss is doing Groom Squall at the correct location. Tig's at the edge. It's flying off, clicking.
Got it. Good fucking
Boom.
job.
And there's his
Shadow, you'll be
achievement
next.
completed. I'll get you. Keep calling the Shadow, and I'll call out for these guys. For you as well.
Bloom Squall in 10 seconds. Bloom Squall going out now.
Nope, 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 no. Shield, shield, baby. Alright, and for our last party member, we had our main tank, Shadow, go. Vivi is off tanking the boss. She's
Go Shadow, go Shadow, go Shadow.
Calling it out for him. There goes Shadow.
Got
Good
it.
job.
Let's go.
Got it. Let's kill the boss.
Nice job. And that's it, guys. That's how you get that achievement. Good luck.
Our mastery's up. Watch the orbs.
Bloom Squall in 10 seconds.
Yeah, well, I'll stack on the boss.
Bloom
Don't
Squall
bubble
going
or
out
pop,
now.
by the way.
Shield BB.
Good job, guys.
Good job, guys. That's everybody.
There you have it, guys. That's all of the achievements for Glory of the Shadowlands Hero. We all earned it the second week of the expansion. It's been an amazing experience. It's so good to be back in WoW with my boys. It's amazing, man. Anyways, guys, if any of my guides have helped you guys in any way, please comment, like, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. You guys stay grinding in the game, stay grinding in real life, and roll deep. Woo!